Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to continue part 2 of this project, which will tell us area of rectangle, triangle, square, circle and perimeter, all of the things at the same time. So now let's move on to this one. Here are there 4 options, so I would take if A or P equals 1, then it will print perimeter of rectangle. So just simply get it P underscore R, and here as we can see, the program would take input for length, breadth, and print the perimeter of rectangle. So let's move on to the next one, which would simply be if A or P equals to the second choice, then what it's going to do would simply be get the perimeter of triangle. It'll simply call the function. Then what we're going to do is simply copy it, paste it, and then just simply change these things for it. PS, then PC, fo, no. What we're going to do would be pretty much similar. We would simply copy and paste this code, and if choice equals 2, then what it will be asking A or B enter the respective data of, and then instead of this one it would give area. Then the same one follows up for other ones too. Okay, and the next one is here. It'd be elif choice equals 3. So it would simply call both of the functions, area and perimeter, functions of both. Area of rectangle, then area of triangle, area of square, area of circle, and else. Now we'll just end this loop, this if loop, right here from the else, and then it would simply say print choose any of the above options through the numeric symbols. Enter the number of command you want to get, into the respective number of the shape you want to get the respective data of, and then it's pretty much simple. No we could simply make this whole code as a function too. So what we're going to do is simply copy this one, then define a main function, or even like main for mensuration. And then what it would be doing would be simply this choice, and then we would, at the end of this one, we would simply take another input, for example for fg, input wanna continue, yes or no. If fg equals yes or yes dot lower, or fg equals y dot lower, then we would recurse the function of main mensuration right here. Main mensuration, and then it would simply go up the function. It will simply ask again what you want to get off, and this and that, and then this function is also done. Then what we would do here is just simply call the function of main mensuration. So I want both area and perimeter of the function, typing here 3, and then I want it for circle, so I would enter the radius of circle. For example, the radius of my circle is 3.56564, so the perimeter of circle is this, and 3.564 would be the area of the circle too. Okay, and I want to continue, then I would get it for like when the perimeter of triangle until length the first side 24, 55, 42, 35 to 21, so 911.21 is the perimeter of triangle. Now further on we can optimize the code more. So here I would say like we could get this as an input out, and then simply print it. We could simply call it inside as the function. So that's what I would tell you. Okay, I hope you guys get it. Then same goes for this one, and then in the main mensuration function for both ones it would be simply right here. And for many of these it won't require to ask it multiple times. That's why I'm doing it. For example, if we have to get the perimeter and area both, and for example the area is actually and for example the triangle is actually not a right triangle, so it would ask it again, rather than using the same variables given above. So we would just simply get this one, or we can create new functions which would give both area and perimeter, which something we don't want to use it right here because we have written the main functions before that, so I'm not using it. But yeah, if you guys want to use it, you can. It's not something too tough. That's exactly what I tell you. So yeah, n equals float dot input dot, what I asked right there is enter radius. But enter radius of circle. So yeah, then it would get it right there. Yeah. So I guess this one is solved for the circle ones. It's not a big problem if you're using it in the circle one. Then what we can do, we can even optimize the code for square too, because in square it won't really need other things, and the same for rectangle too. For triangle we will let it go right there, because area can not be totally dependent on all the sides, because sometimes we can get the area from Heron's formula, and sometimes we don't need Heron's formula, rather than we can use just Pythagoras' formula for area of triangle. So that's why we'll let it go for this one. But what we will do is, we will do right here would be pretty good, like n, m. Then the same goes for this one too, n, m. And then we will simply delete these ones. Delete it. Okay, now that's what we're going to use it right here. Rotate it for rectangle, so it would be n, n, so it would be n, n. Then the second one would also be pretty much similar, n, n, and then we close this one, then we get in this one. N, 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 and these functions would be lately useful. Then what we're doing is changing it for square too. Where is square? Again n, and then open it up, then Control C and just delete it, and it would be going almost the same for square too. That would be more optimized version of the code. If you don't want to do that, you can just simply let it go with the older one, but I was just doing it to optimize my code. Yeah, it depends on your will. Like, yeah. Then for the next one we will do that the same as well. If now elif 2, just get an n in it, get an n in it, then get an n in it again. So yeah, that's almost the maximum optimized function for this code, which is going to give the output for mensuration functions. And I guess it's totally or almost complete. Now we would rerun the code and it should be more optimized. For example, I want to get both the perimeter and area both of this one. So what I would do simply is just get the one for rectangle and the length of rectangle, for example 24.35 and then 45.78, and then it will just directly tell both of the things right there. And then I would try to continue it with getting both of the things for square. And now length of one side is 23, and then it's simply this. Then I would continue, then I would simply do that again for circle, area and perimeter both. And then for circle I'm just typing 4, enter radius of circle 45.22. so these are the thingies, and I would type no, and then it's almost done. No, this function, no, I guess this function of mensuration is done with all of these things. I've shown you all a demonstration of that. If you guys have any query related to this project or any queries in general, you guys can ask me in the comments. Like my video, subscribe to my channel, share these videos to spread the word amongst people. I would send this code in the description. See you guys in the next one.